Hey, I'm back again to continue with my 11 Doctor vlogs, and this time it's the turn of the 5th Doctor, who was played by the amazing Peter Davison. Took over the role of the Doctor in 1981. This was no small task, because his predecessor, Tom Baker, had proved hugely popular. Peter was also the youngest actor to play the Doctor up until that point. This Doctor had the appearance of a younger, sandy-haired man who wore a cricket-style outfit and a stalk of celery in his lapel, which would be explained much later on. The 5th Doctor was very different to the 4th. He was much more quiet and reserved, and seemed more vulnerable and sensitive. However, he still had the same wisdom and intelligence as his previous incarnations, and like them, he still had a darker side to him. He was charming with a sense of adventure, and he was also very deeply courageous, always putting the well-being of others above himself. He would often use the flip of a coin to make a decision, leaving it up to fate to determine the outcome. He was very compassionate and deeply averse to violence. However, his quieter, more pleasant nature did not make him a pushover. He could be very stern, and he could stand up for himself and for others if it need be. He was fiercely protective of his companions, and he reacted strongly in the face of any threat to them. The 5th Doctor travelled with several companions during his time, and usually he would have more than one travelling with him at the same time. Tegan, Adric, Nyssa, Peri, Chameleon and Turlo all travelled with the Doctor. Some of them were human, and some were alien, and Chameleon was a robot. The loss of his companions seemed to affect this Doctor deeply. It's clearly saddened when Tegan decides to move on from life travelling with the Doctor, and the death of Adric, who sacrifices his own life, clearly weighs deeply on the Doctor's conscience. 5th Doctor also meets his previous incarnations and some of his previous companions in the 5 Doctors. He faced a wide variety of villains. These included the Master, the Cybermen, Daleks, the Black Guardian, Barusa and Omega. The end of the 5th Doctor comes in the caves of Androzani. This is after Peri and the Doctor are infected with spectrotoxemia. The Doctor is able to get hold of an antidote after battling through the whole episode to save Peri's life. However, he only gets hold of enough for one, which he gives to Peri, thus sacrificing his own life. Unusually, this regeneration did not take part in the season finale, with Colin Baker taking over towards the end of the 21st season. Peter left the role in 1984. He took on a huge task with replacing Tom Baker, and with playing the character so differently to his previous incarnations. But he pulled it off admirably, and he remains a very popular Doctor even today. He has some fantastic storylines under his belt, and possibly some of the most emotional scenes in the show. He was to briefly return in 2007, when he featured in the charity special Time Crash, in which he appeared with David Tennant, his son-in-law, who played the 10th Doctor. That's all for now. As always, it's just a brief summary, and if you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I would love to discuss it further. I shall be back again soon with, of course, the 6th Doctor, Colin Baker. Goodbye.